Castlerigg is one of the most dramatically situated circles in England, with views of the Cumbrian mountains on all sides, and is set 213 metres, 700 feet, above sea level. It is thought to be one of the earliest circles in Britain. One of the four alignments defined by the construction lines of the circle reveals the feat of indicating two solar events in the Neolithic calendar at opposite ends of the alignment: the midsummer setting sun and the Candlemas rising sun. This is made possible by the geometry. Astoundingly, the builders have made use of another natural feature along this alignment. At Midsummer's Day, the sun appears to set at an angle formed by the large stone of the alignment and the ridge of Castlerigg away to the west. The exact point of the sunset appears to have been marked by one of the mounds on that ridge. The Castlerigg alignment runs for about 5 miles, and along that line there are at least 10 points of significance. The mound, the first small stone of the circle, the center point of the circle where a buried stone has been found. The group of small stones in the cove, the large stone and its shadow path. The spring, a possible standing stone, a high point on the ridge in the middle distance by Lowrigg, a holy well dedicated to St. John, another high point above this, and the final, a notch formed by a river valley high up on St. John's Common near Little Dodd.
Hello everybody, what a beautiful day it is to be alive today. And we are today at Castlerigg Stone Circle, one of the oldest stone circles in Europe, if not the oldest. And it's absolutely phenomenal the way that it's still, in my opinion, a functioning stone circle. They may have a few missing, we'll show you some stones after, that might actually be a part of this stone circle dumped in the woodland over there. But at the moment, we've still got majority of the stones, original stones here. And we're going to show you a few alignments today. So this section here is a stone circle within the stone circle, and we found something very interesting here. I knew that there had to be an alignment of some sort. So if you follow me down into this section of the stone circle, we can see that the gap at the end of this bit is actually facing east. So in my opinion, it may even be the sunrise of the equinox, and it's the 19th today. So in 3 days time, the 21st of March, it will be the equinox. So I will show you a bit closer proof on my compass that it's actually facing east. Okay, so as you can see on the phone, east 90 degrees right here. We're in between these two stones. So it's just hard to keep it directly still, but it is facing east 90 degrees right in between these two. And as you can see, the sun is just up there at the moment, and it would have been risen near enough in between these two stones. And now I'm going to show you the alignments between these two, what in my opinion are entrance stones to the stone circle. These are exactly north and opposite are exactly south. And I'm going to show you the compass to prove this point. Okay, so as you can see with the phone, north 0 degrees, north 0 degrees. And this is the entrance to the south stones as well. So I'm going to show you that it's exactly south. As you can see, south 180 degrees. So we've got Castlerigg about 50 yards that way, and we've got the, well, what could be some of the missing stones dumped here because they look very out of place. So these are actually massive stones as well, you know, similar in size to the ones in the circle. And we've got two big ones here and some smaller ones, about 8 or so smaller ones scattered behind it. So could these have been a part of the stone circle originally? Possibly.
Professor Alexander Thomas believed that the circle was an astronomical observatory, with the tallest stone being in line with the November or Samhain Candlemas sunrise. The stone circle at Castlerigg, Cumbria, was one of the most successful that Alexander Thomas came across in terms of combining astronomical sightlines with the geometric construction of the stone circle itself. Tom himself pointed out the remarkable difficulties in trying to find a site where the skyline yielded the exact right properties to match the astronomic requirements and geometry of the circle itself. Although the geometric connections with the landscape are not immediately visible today, it has become clear that the builders were endeavoring to express, control, or come to terms with something. In addition, J. Glover made some interesting comments regarding Castlerigg, namely that the specific placement of certain stones enhanced the shadow effects caused by the sun at specific times of the year. As the circle was built onto a gentle slope, the largest stone creates a shadow nearly a half-mile long at sunset on Midsummer's Day. 38 stones are placed in a slightly oval shape of 30 meters, 100 feet, in diameter. A further 10 small stones are arranged as a rectangular enclosure on the southeast side of the ring. This is a feature unique to Castlerigg, nothing similar being present in other stone circles. The largest stone of the circle, not far from the enclosure, is 2.5 meters, 8 feet 3 inches, high, and it weighs about 16 tons. Most of the others, much smaller, are 1 to 1.5 meters, 3 to 5 feet high. At the north of the ring is an entrance marked by 2 slightly bigger stones, and about 90 meters, 295 feet to the southwest. By a stile at the edge of the field is a single outlying stone, 0.9 meters, 3 feet high. The mesmerizingly mysterious Castlerigg stones may also be mirroring the mountains.
So this mountain here is directly linked to the top of this stone. So there's a little ridge that goes across and there's a dip, and then it sticks up a little bit here and then goes down here and then progresses over. This is another bump, another ridge here. So it's not exactly 100% accurate, but looking at it, it does strike a resemblance, definitely.
Castlerigg may also be connected to one of the telluric ley lines traversing Scotland and has been named the Rose Line, which may pass through the Masonic Templar Chapel at Roslin, located a few miles south of Edinburgh. The chapel lies at the conjunction of 2 major ley lines. Within Roslin's grounds and inside the chapel, master dowsers have reported major movement. Roslin is also connected to major ancient sites around the UK. The Castlerigg stone circle, dubbed the Druid Circle, is a thing of true wonder. The ancient stones are set in an otherworldly surrounding. It echoes with the memories of ancient Albion and the legendary founding of prehistoric Britain. Many places in Cumbria claim a connection to the legend of King Arthur. Camelot, Excalibur, and the Round Table could be Cumbrian heritage. However, historians constantly debate the many myths and legends. Castlerigg may also have a connection to King Arthur. Not far from Castlerigg is Lake Bassenthwaite. It is reputedly the resting place of King Arthur's sword, Excalibur.
Everybody want to jump? Yes! Everyone off the ground. 3, go! 1, 2, 3. Try one more time. Jump on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Love it. Well done.
So if you're interested in these videos around the stone circles, the sacred sites, the true history, I've got so much I've done recently on Holy Island. I've done a mini documentary on stone circles where I went to Arborough in the Peak District, Dudo Stone Circle in Northumberland, and Cockpit Stone Circle in Ullswater. and I've got so much other videos all throughout my channel on true history. And if you are interested, please like and subscribe, help the channel out, maybe leave a comment, maybe I could learn something from one of you. And yeah, just I look forward to seeing what the comments are on this one. Maybe people will disagree with me, maybe people think it has some other alignments, but it's all learning. We're only learning what our ancestors, you know, put into place for us to see. And we may be wrong, we may be right, it doesn't matter. It's all part of the journey to uncovering the truth. So thank you very much for watching, everybody.